Was there anything in particular you want to work on, like in this next month? Like I have some ideas as well, but like, what are your thoughts?
I know I will sound like everyone, but I think I need a good repertoire.
Let's put it on the board. So e4, c6, and what are you playing right now?
Well, I'm playing how it's called the piano. I'm not sure.
Piano?
Like
Mm-hmm.
D, yeah, D4, D5, E takes, C takes, and C4. And I have like two lines here. Like one is normal, like knight C3, bishop B3, bishop caballo. Sorry, knight knight F3.
Okay.
And
Makes
I
sense.
was trying something different, like, but it's not just for leads, like to push the pawn on C5. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's not good, but the people doesn't know very good how to play against that. And I was trying that,
Yeah,
but
this
I
one can
don't
be
think,
tricky. Mm-hmm.
yeah, nothing of this is healthy. And yeah, I don't know. I think I need a better line against the Caro-Kann.
Yeah, you said you feel like this isn't healthy.
Yeah, I don't think that. Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, personally, it's just my personal preference. Like, I don't love the positions with the isolated queen pawn that you would often get here, and so it's like, yeah, I just feel like you have a lot of better choices than this against the Caro. Um, so I can definitely give you some options here. The main thing I always suggest, like when learning a new opening, learning a new variation, is to just try to get some practice games in. So that could be something we do like for the stream. Like we could look at a couple lines, and then I think it'd be great for you to just like play a couple like blitz or rapid games from like a specific position, just to start getting some experience and feeling for the opening. Um, but
Okay.
okay, well, let's talk about some options here. So um, I feel like we've discussed this before, and you've told me that you're generally an attacking player. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm trying to be
Trying.
like
Okay, that's funny. So
yeah.
I think for the attacking player, like there's a couple options. So there's f3, which I don't know a ton about, but I just know that it's very sharp and tricky. But I would definitely say that like e5 is probably the most, definitely the most ambitious move in the position. Like if you ask most title players, they'd probably consider this the main line, kind of like the most aggressive, most ambitious. Um, and these days, it's a lot of fun, I would say. I think for e4 players because you have a lot of options in these lines as well.
Yeah.
You've probably like seen this a little bit. Like usually, black plays either bishop f5 or they can also like play c5, which kind of leads to kind of like French type of structure. Um, and then
Losing a tempo, maybe.
yeah, yeah, it is. It's definitely a like it's a weird move for sure, but because because white has committed to like taking all this space, it's still more important for black to challenge it. And here the difference is, the pawn hasn't hit e6 yet, right? So it's like black can still get the bishop outside the pawn chain and maybe try to take advantage of this somehow. So these positions are definitely very double-edged, but I think in general white gets pretty good attacking chances, and against bishop f5 as well. I know Grandmaster Jesse, who's also on the Dojo's channel, he's a big fan of h4 here, which is very,
Uh,
very aggressive. Um, and like very playable and fun, where white is setting up to take space like with g4, then you're also controlling the g5 square, so you get like bishop g5 in a lot of positions.
and this H4 looks interesting. How? you continue here with black?
So yeah, usually black has to create a square for the bishop. So I think most players are going to go either h6 or h5. And these moves, you know, they both have like some theory and different variations, but they kind of lead to somewhat different but still kind of chaotic positions. So something like this, for example, e6 is like a typical blunder. Everyone should kind of know this because then white actually wins with g4. Just like that. You'll definitely get this, you know, some bullet games maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one is kind of one of white's ideas. So very important for black to play either this one or h6. And yeah, so for example, after h5, a lot of times, I think there's a couple moves here, like bishop g5 is possible. I think bishop d3 might be the main line. The idea is, okay, you just trade off these bishops, but in the long run, you're still going to be able to use your big space advantage and g5 square to try and squeeze black and play for the attack. So this is definitely one option. Of course, there's other lines. Honestly, a much simpler line against the Caro-Kann. I don't know if it's like the perfect choice for you, but it is an option to take. And then rather than playing c4, to just play like bishop d3 here. And then eventually put the pawn on c3. So it's kind of like a more stable structure.
Yeah.
I kind of like this one. Sorry, go ahead.
No. Why you like this one?
So this one I kind of like because I feel like it gives white a very kind of clear plan in the position. So the lines with e5, they can get extremely sharp and kind of irrational, like they don't make sense. It's just chaos and lots of tactics. With the exchange variation in bishop d3, it's more kind of straightforward, like you're just developing your pieces, you know, you're trying to control the e5 square, you castle, and then eventually you try to build like a kingside attack. So it's, yeah, I would say a lot kind of simpler to play, just in my opinion.
Sounds good. I would like to try maybe both, but definitely, yeah, I want to change the pawn of right. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, like I would say those are your two options. It'd be good to try both, honestly, and maybe look at some games or play some games. And yeah, kind of see which one you like more. I'll just say like one or two things about this position. Generally what you're trying to do, like I mentioned, is bring the knight to f3 and control the center squares like d4 and e5. One, let's say, nuance is black is often waiting for white to play knight f3 so that they can pin you with bishop to g4. But if, for example, you wait, like let's say after knight f6, white often goes...
I delayed the knight to f3, right?
Yeah, so basically, right, you kind of wait on bringing this one out, and then it's like a little bit uncomfortable for black. If they play e6, then their bishop gets blocked in. You can develop your knight comfortably. I would say this is already kind of like a nice... I would say this is a nice position for white. Again, the plan is generally to... Let's say we even trade these... It's to like castle kingside. You put a rook on e1. You control the e5 square. Eventually, you put a knight there. Other knight comes to f3. And yeah, all your pieces are kind of ready to put some pressure on the king side. So this is like, let's say, one of the key ideas behind the system is to get some position like this where we have a simple structure and yeah, black is a bad bishop they have to deal with, and it's kind of very straightforward for white. And yeah, sometimes black can go e5, but then of course they're going to be left with the isolated pawn in the center, right? Which can be a weakness. So just for example, and then White's idea here is that if Black plays bishop g4 anyway, let's say in this position, I think this is very common. White often comes out like queen to b3, and then just tries to put a little bit of pressure since Black developed the light squared bishop. And then from here you can still develop like knight d2, knight gf3. Eventually the knight gets out and you're not really too bothered by the pin.
Yeah, because I don't like the pin there. And then the Black tried to trade the bishops, right? To bishop h5 and then g6 and try to change the bishop on b3.
Yeah, exactly. This is a very typical plan in this kind of position. And yeah, this can often happen. But then that structure is playable as well. So for example, like, let's say queen d7 or something, White plays here. Yeah, Black can like play for this plan, but White will still go like rook e1, eventually maybe knight e5, and kind of play for this square. Also, there's kind of like slightly deeper idea, but for example, let's say Black plays here, I don't know, castles, just make some moves, and bishop g6 like this. When you get this structure, actually the g5 square can also be pretty annoying for Black. Like you can put your knight on g5 in some cases and then try to get your queen to h3 and like just play for checkmate.
Oh.
And it's kind of annoying because they can't kick your knight, right? So that it's this kind of artificial outpost almost.
Yeah, and I bring the other knight to f3, maybe.
Yeah, other knight can come to f3 and e5 as well. You have like the rook left on the third rank. So this is kind of what I meant. It's like you develop and then you look to slowly build this kingside attack, and it can be kind of annoying for Black to face this one.
Yeah, looks comfortable and
yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, it's always concrete. Like here, Black has knight h5, which is kind of annoying, for example. I don't know, bishop e3, maybe it's not such a big deal. Chess is a concrete game. But yeah, the main point is, even in this kind of structure, you can use this g5 square and still put some pressure. Maybe rook e1 first.
Or maybe queen c2. And
queen c2, you can exactly bring this one back. So that's what I kind of like about this system. It's really just more about understanding where the pieces are going, what your plan is. There's always going to be some theory, but it feels like you don't have to know as much to just get into the middle game, and then you have an equal fight with the opponent, or even better fight because you have more familiarity with the positions.
Yeah, I think I will try this. I will play some big games. I will start today.
Okay, great. Yeah. Do you want to just play some games right now?
Oh, yeah, I can try that. Okay, you will follow me?
Yeah, I'll follow. So yeah, maybe someone in your chat or in Dojo's chat plays Caro-Kann. It'd be good to have someone who like already plays this opening, so they kind of have some experience. Ideally, close to your level, a little higher or lower is fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Any level is okay. Okay. Who wants to play chat? You can challenge me. I will just put here the link of my...
Yeah, for the time control, I think maybe...
3 minutes?
We usually do a little longer, just so because 3 minutes is fast. Maybe like 5 plus 2. That's all right. You can do 5 plus 3 also if you want more increment. That's fine.
That's my username. So if you want to play with me, play the Caro-Kann. Right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. We're trying to get you to practice Caro-Kann. This exactly. I mean, black doesn't have to play like knight c6, knight f6, but at least start with Caro at like c6, d5, and then from there, of course, you guys can do what you like.
Yeah. Okay, I will see if I have a challenge. I have one. Chill Rapid from New Zealand. Okay, we play, I guess here. Okay. This
Oh,
is
did you get
my
a game?
rate.
I gotta follow you.
Yeah. Oh, he afforded to take it. Ah, because I'm black. Okay, rematch.
Oh yeah,
But I
black's
know.
not
But he wants to draw. Okay. Okay, now I'm white. He will play. I hope the Caro-Kann. Are you following me?
good. Not yet, but I'm trying to find your game. Maybe you could send me the link as well if you have the.
Okay, I will send you.
Yeah, it doesn't find your game for me.
Take.
Okay, great. Okay, Alex, I'll mute so you can focus on the game.
Okay. Do you want me? I mute myself too.
Oh, whoops. No, you don't have to.
Okay.
It'd be good to. Sorry, I broke the cameras. It'd be good to hear what you're saying as well, so you don't have to mute.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I will start with bishop d3, right? Yeah.
All right, I wonder if this was. Hopefully, it wasn't rated game. All right, so she's playing blitz game. I'm muted now, so she can't hear me. Yeah, so she's essentially doing some opening sparring. This is what we do here at the dojo. We spar openings.
I guess I play first c3
to get some experience. You know, the hand starts moving the pieces. Like, that's how you get used to an opening.
I'm just. Oh, Kostya said after bishop g4 I can move to b3. Yeah, I can check too, but I think b3 is okay.
Let's see how she handles this. Yeah, I think queen b3 is
to
fine here.
the pawn on b7. Okay. So I will take the bishop up to f4.
Okay, bishop f4. Looks good. Now black plays knight c6. We basically kind of transpose
Oh my god.
to the opening we were looking at right before the game. Black probably should go knight c6, because if they go e6, there's going to be bishop takes b8, for example, winning. Yeah, so knight c6 played.
Okay, knight c6.
Probably would get knight d2 here. Hey, what's up, everyone? How you guys doing?
Knight d2. I'm wondering what happened after queen e6. Just go bishop e3 maybe, or knight e2.
Queen e6 check. Interesting. Yeah, I've never thought about queen e6 check in this position. That's funny. Probably just bishop e3 and then b7 is hanging, so... And then black would be blocking their own e-pawn, so... Not the best for black, but interesting idea.
So everything is how we just saw.
Yeah, that's right. Reverse Carlsbad structure. Exactly. Exactly. But somehow with white having the extra tempo, it feels a little... it's nice for white. You got a little pressure.
Yeah.
Alex's FIDE rating is about 1850. So this is her chess.com blitz rating.
He will try to trade the bishops. And just take maybe. Yes.
Yeah, black can go bishop takes f3. Just give up the bishop. I think that's reasonable.
Bishop d6.
We'll see what her opponent does here.
Takes my bishop. if I just take here rook b8 and then this pawn. Don't know.
Yeah,
I
1850
like
FIDE I think is
pawn
definitely, yeah, quite serious. You're often much higher rated online.
I think I can go knight e5 after bishop d6.
Yeah, ratings are deceiving. Especially OTB ratings. Someone can be FIDE 2000, the USCF 2300, online 2600. You know, you just... But okay, you start the game and then you figure it out during the game, you know?
Yeah, I
Then
mean, if I
then
can
learn.
play like this many games, it would be much easier. My life.
Absolutely. Absolutely right, yeah. See, she's she's getting it. Yeah, if you just practice your openings a couple of times, like you just get experience, you're like, oh, okay. And
Just castle?
start to understand. Yeah, castles looks good. She's already playing like super GM level. You know, we had 5-minute opening lesson. She's playing all the right moves. Okay, now let's see how she handles this middle game.
I think we just go to e1. I mean, what?
Yeah, either rook to e1 I think would be normal here. Rook fe1. You could also play rook ae1.
Yeah, I've just copied.
She goes rook fe1.
Also, I'm wondering if I can go bishop b5. Like try to play something like that. Like e5. But no.
Ooh, black goes queen c8.
Queen c8.
Queen c8 definitely feels very
What is
very
that?
wrong.
Yeah.
Because the queen could have gone to c8 earlier. I guess black was worried now about some knight e5 or bishop b5 stuff. Probably a6 would have been a more
Is this the idea?
a better move
so.
to deal with this, but okay. So now Alex should get a nice position.
I don't see the idea.
We'll see what she does. Okay, only 2 minutes though, so it is a blitz game, right? The point is just to get a lot of reps in, then analyze the game. Afterwards, you're like, okay, I played this move quickly. Turns out it was bad. I should have done this. And
okay.
slowly pick up some ideas. But queen c8 feels weird. I feel like almost like it was.
Can I just go here?
Either rook to c8 definitely would have been better. Okay, 95. 95 is very reasonable. This is a very thematic move here for white.
Just my knight. I have
putting the knight here.
Bishop or rook.
Takes. She can take either with the pawn or with the piece. I feel like taking with the pawn is often correct because then the knight has to move.
Yeah.
And white gets pressure against h7. Some of you guys may have seen she won a game with a Greek gift sacrifice.
Oh, thank you for the soup. I see dragon. Thank you. So.
DE could lead to that.
Bishop.
Hopefully the opponent isn't
I remember like when I was younger.
What does it matter?
Something like to take here to this knight to move and try to attack here, but I don't think it applied in this position.
Oh, she's thinking about DE5. Yeah, I don't know if DE5 is the right move here, actually. It's an interesting moment to talk about. I think it's reasonable. I think taking with the piece is also very normal, like taking with the bishop.
I don't think that's a good idea. Let's take with bishop.
No, I think white has a very real choice here between, bishop and pawn. But, okay, she only has 1 minute, so not a lot of time.
I'm serious. Should we? I'm aware it's not very good, but let's do it. I know.
Oh, you're stuck with the pawn. No, it's good. It's good that she's trying this. I feel like it's very reasonable. Now maybe queen c2. Queen c2 could be a move to hit h7 and force black to create a weakness, right? Queen c2 hits the pawn. And either black plays h6 or g6. Probably not g6, because then the bishop gets funny.
Oops. Oh, why? I played that. I just...
Okay, she's got 20
it
seconds
was down. Oh, I know.
That's funny. Okay, but this is why you play blitz games. It's like, all right, you drop a rook, you lose the game, whatever. You just move on to next game.
Okay.
Oh, knight c5 is strong. Knight c5 is nice move. Yeah, I guess queen c2 would have avoided knight c5 as well.
I'm not happy.
One thing I didn't mention to her is that when we're opening spawn, we often you don't even like have to play out the opening. You can,
you were just
because it's more about, you don't have to play out the rest of the game. It's more just about how you play the opening, early, middle game. So you can stop after like 20, 25 moves and just say like, okay, white was better, black is better. Analyze, you know, the opening stage where you had to make decisions, and then just get to the next game. Because from here, okay, it's just going to be basically a bullet game, you know, not super related to the opening, but could be good content. We'll see how Alex handles a sharp position with not a lot of time. So they're playing 5-5, so she does have 5-second increment, which is significant and actually gives you time to actually play the position. So I kind of like this 5-second increment. Okay, now she's playing h4. Definitely feels reasonable. I don't know why her opponent didn't take the exchange earlier. Maybe it was just giving her a break. I'm not sure, but okay, now probably bishop g5 I think would be the move. You got to trade the dark square bishops here as white because you're playing against the two bishops. And okay, g4 actually is very reasonable because the center is totally under white's
the good thing is with increment.
So g4 is aggressive, but very, very playable. Definitely in the spirit of the position.
He didn't take my rook.
Now I think black needs to go b4 immediately just to create counterplay, either right away or after hg. But yeah, b4 needs to happen here for black. There we go.
I'll just take it here.
Okay, takes. Now rook is hanging. Rook comes to d3. That definitely feels like a good square for the rook. Kind of supporting c3, and it can transfer to g3. There's still this bishop g5 idea for white that I think should be considered. Okay, rook goes to g3. Looks like black is going pawn grabbing here. Well, that's one way to play. I mean, if you go queen a2, queen b2 here as black, you're essentially forcing white to checkmate you, right? Otherwise, you're going to break through on the queen side. So it's a very very bold way of defending, but sometimes you have to do what you have to do. Okay, just takes. I think pawn takes, yeah. Keep the knight on d4 supported. And now white really needs to look for some breakthrough. Bishop g5, queen g2. Okay, there's bishop g5. Now if black trades, then hg or rook takes both look possible. If black moves the bishop away, then white needs to gotta find some sack. I don't know if bishop f6 is good, but I think you have to kind of play it at some point. Got no time here. Okay, queen g2. Setting up bishop f6. There we go. Wow, nice, nice. Good instincts.
What?
Good instincts.
Okay.
All right.
This is crazy.
Nice, nice. I love it. I love it. Takes. Okay, is there a mate though? Calculate, Alex. You have 30 seconds. Oh. Okay, I like pawn takes. I like pawn takes. That's a good decision. No, very strong attack for white. I think white's winning. Oh, that's mate.
Okay.
That's mate.
Checkmate.
Nice, nice. Okay, GG. Amazing
Thank
game.
you. I was embarrassed with my rook d1.
Good job. Yeah, rook d1 was unfortunate, but you know, it's a blitz game.
Yeah.
The result honestly doesn't matter at all. It's more just about getting a bunch of reps in and then just kind of analyzing the game, trying to understand the position a little bit better. So win or lose. Actually, usually I would say you should play unrated. And
We should play
just
a race.
so you don't care about the result, right? Just so the result isn't important.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah. Let's talk about this one a bit, and then have you play a couple more games.
Okay. So I have to go back, right?
Yeah, if
Do
you
you?
can go back to the classroom, that'd be cool. I can get the game.
Oh, okay. I'm back in the classroom.
All right, awesome.
Okay.
All right. Um. Oh,
They
that's
are
true.
telling
At the
me.
end, Black had Rook G8. Yeah. That was a good point. I didn't see that.
Oh wow, I didn't see that neither.
Yeah, probably pawn takes then had to be played. Anyway, we'll get to this moment. Honestly, the opening part is the more important part, just how you made the decisions. Once you're in the bullet phase, okay, whatever, stuff's gonna happen. So c3, I think totally fine. Bishop g4, queen b3, bishop f4. I thought all these moves were absolutely right. You seem pretty comfortable with all this. Castles. Rook f1, fine. Here Black played queen c8. I thought was a little odd. Maybe getting out of the way of knight e5.
Yeah.
But definitely I think this is not a great move just because the rook wants to go to this square. Black's losing a tempo, so Black really should do something else here. Like maybe a6 I think is reasonable. Start playing on the queen side for Black, or in some cases Black can take on f3 and then try bishop d6 and try to trade pieces. I think this is also reasonable. Okay, then White has choices as well. You can think about either immediate knight e5 or trading once and then putting the knight on e5, which is kind of annoying because then Black can't really take right away, and then you can kind of build up behind the knight, like rook e3, queen c2, f4 maybe, stuff like that. So, okay, queen c8, knight e5, and then takes. Okay, probably this is the first, interesting moment. Took with the pawn, and you spent some time here, which is good because it's an important decision how to how to take back.
Yeah, I don't think like to take with pawn is the best. But I don't know. Like, yeah, I think bishop makes sense, right?
Yeah, no, actually, both make sense. I wasn't sure which one is better. To be honest with you, I think this one kind of keeps the structure a little bit more solid. So maybe you're playing for less of a immediate initiative here, because with DE you do give up the c5 square.
Yeah.
Okay, rook a1, of course, not the best move, but just looking at it now, like what do you think White should play?
Rook c1.
Oh, rook c1. Oh, so this is just like a mouse slip.
No, I was thinking to play or rook c1 or d1, but yeah.
But that's all good.
The moment I heard the clock, the time.
Oh right.
I just ooh.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You got the 20 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you. So rook c1. I guess is the idea to go c4?
Yeah. Yeah, also the idea to try to go to bishop e1, but that doesn't work because the bishop is already in the king side, the light square black bishop. So I don't know.
Yeah, you're not getting bishop b1, queen c2, right? Yeah, just
yeah.
Right. So yeah, I think the issue with this one might be knight c5, unfortunately. kind of.
Oh, yeah. 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 I see that.
Well, actually, I liked your position later on in the game. You got something similar to this, but we probably don't want to give the bishop.
Yeah. So rook the bishop b1, or bishop c2 maybe. And if knight, I don't know where the queen goes to b5.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, like, yet. Mm.
Right. So, what do you think about that? How to deal with this knight c5 threat?
I can try to play bishop e3, and if knight c5, I just take the bishop, but he has the first bishop, and I don't know. Uh, it is very good for him or not. But also, how I was saying, like, I want to keep this bishop in this diagonal because I can try also to bring to f1 if, to try not to trade the bishops. And if I go to b1, this rook cannot get out easily. Yeah, I don't know. Mm.
Yeah. So I was thinking like queen c2. Just
Oh,
to
yeah,
well, just to
because
get out of this attack, right, and get the tempo on h7. Yeah.
yeah,
I wasn't sure actually how black responds here because they have to think about their bishop on g4. Right, so if h6, then let's say h3, bishop h5, and then
I just play g4
yeah, g4 feels very tempting, right? Let's just look at this for a sec. So g4, bishop g6.
and I take.
Yeah, on g6, right? So take back.
And I move my bishop or not.
I don't know.
I can.
I thought there's some options here. I'm not sure. Let's see.
Oh, if I just take this pawn on h6, I have perpetual. How you say? I
Perpetual?
check. Yeah, if I want. Mm. And also, I think I get the bishop back. Like if I take on h6, he takes, and I check, moves, check, moves. No, because covers the check with the rook. And,
Yeah. Very interesting
but there
line.
are,
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's just interesting. How would you evaluate that? Like, do you think it's enough for white, or what do you think?
there are how many pawns? There are 4 pawns for the piece. I think can be enough. Yeah, and also not. Yeah, it's more than that because I take this one too.
Mm-hmm.
I think yeah, it's enough.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So you have the drawn pocket, which is always nice, just in case you completely blunder something. But yeah, five pawns is a lot. So
Yeah,
just for example, because these kinds of situations, they definitely occur in your games, and it's good to be kind of ready to sacrifice if you think you're gonna get enough. And let's just say
I just take the
this one
other.
for now, because you're not just taking the pawn, you're also threatening e6, which is nice, and you give your knight e4 square. So yeah, if we evaluate the position, it's like white's not even worse. I mean, you're like 5 pawns for the piece and the attack. Yeah. Okay, so queen c2.
Yeah,
And then if g6, and h3, right? Feels like this wouldn't be super comfortable for black. If e takes, then d pawn is weak. You can put pressure on this one, maybe break with e6 somewhere, and then if gf, I don't know if you're like crushing immediately, but the king side has been severely weakened, and so maybe a plan of just like bringing the pieces in, eventually organizing g4 should be pretty interesting for white.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So yeah, I like this.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not using the engine, but it looks like it looks pretty good. looks pretty. So the DE5, it can work, right? If you're getting this this kingside play.
Yeah.
With your pieces, but okay. If you think it's kind of risky, then yeah, I think after bishop e5, we should say it also feels like white has at least a comfortable advantage, and you still have these plans here of lifting the rooks, doubling on the e file, and using the bishops, of course.
Yeah, I think the pawn on e5 allows like to attack faster the castle, so it helps. There is not a knight on f6. Right. That's why I was trying to do that. Yeah, but no. Yeah, also I like with bishop too.
Yeah. Okay, so that was an interesting moment. Then your opponent, I think, took it easy on you. And then rest of the game, okay, whatever, is like you have 30 seconds there. Although I do really like how you played it in bullet, like h4, g4. This was exactly the right thing to do, just because you have to attack in this position, you have space, and then the whole bishop f6 thing, I mean, that was cool. I think it's just, you have to do it. You have to do it. Like, you have 20 seconds, your opponent has 15 seconds. It's like, yeah. Okay, anyway. So you're kind of getting introduced to, like, this is our philosophy at Dojo about how to, like, really learn an opening well, is to just, like, try to play a couple games, and every game you play in it, like, just analyze. You can learn, like, so many things, and you feel like you get this experience, and then yeah, eventually you can play in like tournament games, and you don't feel like you're totally not sure what to do, hopefully.
Yeah.
So okay, you want to play another game?
Yeah. Okay, I will just here my username, and maybe someone can challenge me and play maybe Caro-Kann, please.
Yeah, please play Caro-Kann. And I would suggest unrated games, just so no one loses rating points. But whatever, it's not a huge deal.
Yes. Yeah. Also, in your chat, maybe they can challenge me. My username is, I don't like my username, but yeah. Oops, sorry, it's not like here.
Yeah, if someone wants to face Alex, she's deep fear.
Yeah, I have one here, but I don't know if he will play the Caro-Kann. Should we try? 5 minutes without increment.
Oh no, play with increment. Play with increment. 5-3, 5-5.
Okay.
Yeah, we're trying to play chess here, folks. Okay, not clock. Playing chess.
Okay. No, still. So they are challenging me 10 minutes. Okay, one. I think he wants the rematch.
Rematch is fine. Perfect.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect.
Okay,
Thank you.
I'm going to mute again. Yeah, I'll see you after the game. Oh, no, I missed it. There we go.
Oh, sorry. I will send you the link.
Oh, no, I got it. It's fine. I have it. It's cool.
You have?
Yeah, it was just, yeah, show me the game. Okay, round 2. And often it's exactly what you're supposed to do when you're opening sparring. You will play against the same opponent multiple games. You guys both get experience. You both get more familiar with the position. And then you can use that experience in future games. I think it's useful. I'm learning something from these games. I feel like they're
Okay, we just need to
useful.
develop the bishop now. It's like comfortable, this. Knight c6. I guess we go 92.
Okay, so same similar move order I think as the last game. You know, maybe
e6,
like
knight
goes knight
f3.
g3. Yep.
It's like the last game.
Hopefully already Alex feels like she has experience in this position.
I think this time he will try the DI. Kostya said. Yeah.
Okay, a6. All right, that definitely is new compared to
I don't know if we should stop this. Honestly, I don't think so.
Yeah, now white, I think, should probably just castle.
Should we?
That feels like the most natural to me. Queen b6, I don't quite see the follow-up. Like, where are we going? What are we sniffing around there with the queen? a4. Okay, a4 is possible. a4 stops b5. Often white tries to gain space with a5, so a4 is reasonable. Especially if black trades the dark square bishops. Then we can fix the b6 square. Yeah, in general, I don't recommend using the queen to stop a pawn rush, right? Because the queen, I mean, is a very valuable piece. One of our best, to be honest, one of our best. And, you know, stopping pawns is a job for pawns. It's a job for pawns, you know. And then if we play like queen b6, queen c7, it's like we're spending a lot of time just to trade queens and not really clear what we're getting from that. But,
should we
but
try
again?
again?
Thanks for the bets. Thanks for the bets.
Thanks.
So now, yeah, white can either advance, white can put a rook on e1, white can come in with knight e5 right away. A lot of options.
Let's say here or here. And then I have to hold the bishop.
Yeah, there was that Ding Nepo game, right? Where white fixed the queen side. I forget exactly how the pieces were arranged, but the structure was very similar. Of course, this is a position you can get out of the London. Dang, guys, I've been reading some of Alex's chat, and it's like brutal. I think they've had to ban like 5 people this stream. Jeez Louise. Any reason to not throw an h3? Actually, yeah, there are reasons. It's kind of a subtle move. In many cases, like h3 does make sense because it's a tempo, you know. But in a lot of positions, black actually plays bishop h5, bishop g6.
An idea, right?
Themselves. And so it's like they're actually going to spend time to do this to trade the bishops off, and then you might not necessarily have to spend this tempo on h3. So that's kind of like a half reason.
Okay.
Yeah, the other thing is, yeah, you might not need it. So like one day white might want to play h4 and save the tempo. So I like rook fe1. I think this is very flexible. We can wait on knight e5, but we're still looking to play it.
Okay.
Okay, black played knight a5. So here, of course, queen b6 is more tempting, but I think there just bishop d8 would have been the response. So yeah, I like queen c2 better, just bringing this back. And now there's going to be knight e5 tempo, actually. So black got a tempo with knight a5, but it's not so clear that this is going to work out. Because now white's going to get this one back.
I know what he wants. He's trying to get to c4, sorry. What happened? Oh, thank you, Vladislav, for the prime. Thank you. But right now it's not possible because I just take. Still trying. I can just go here. Attack the queen, attack the bishop, defend the square.
Nice, she's winning material.
Oh, just don't want any surprises. Has to move the queen. After that, I can just take the bishop, maybe. Take.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Tricky move.
Oh.
Tricky move. But 3 minutes for Alex, so she should calculate here. This bishop on f4 is hanging, so what to do? This wins a pawn, but it might not be the best that white has.
Just go here, but nothing happened.
Knight g6 is also possible.
If I go back,
defend the bishop.
Nothing happened.
But knight g6, queen d8. We can take the dark square bishop. White is definitely very happy to win the two bishops like that. But yeah, I'm wondering again, do we have something better?
Take bishop or queen, I don't know. And then I can take with check.
Oh, maybe h3 g4. I think h3 g4 just wins. Because bishop would have to go to g6.
Should we do that?
And then knight g6. So h3, black would have to play bishop f5. But then we just take twice. So h3 is just kind of killing. Let's see if she finds it.
Let's do it.
Dang. h3 would have been nice. This is a pawn, but here I think black can at least have an active position and very much
I just go back.
Defend.
Okay.
Yeah, but it is a pawn up. It is still extra pawn for white.
Yeah, because we don't want this. Wait. Is necessary? Yes, it's necessary.
But yeah, that would have been very smooth. A lot of times, like when your opponent plays a move that feels tactically suspicious, this is exactly
exactly
the moment you gotta look for something big. Yeah, knight g6, bishop d6, absolutely, yeah, as well. Yeah. So yeah, h3, but it was only after like several serious moments of thinking that we figured out h3. But that's a good moment. That's instructive tactic. Maybe Jesse will want to put it into the dojo tactics. So take here, bishop d3. Oh, and black takes on d4. Yeah, so black gets the pawn back. Knight f3, bishop f6. Okay, and we're gonna have another bullet game here. That's fine. Seems like black, yeah, survived the skirmish there quite comfortably, actually. I think now black is doing really well. The knight can come into c4 at some point. Maybe black can even try to get e5 in, e5, e4. So,
I don't want to go
well,
queen.
we'll see. We'll see how Alex deals with it. Just a bullet game from here.
Let's go queen e2.
By the way, folks, in about just under 20 minutes, I'm going to be ending the dojo stream because we have the US Chess School coming up.
I have an idea.
But maybe I'll stick around on Alex's stream for a bit. Maybe we can do another game or something.
Okay.
Okay, queen e2, knight b3 played. All right, it's just gonna be a scramble here. We got rook d1.
I think he was better here.
Now black can take on a4, which would be a pawn, and then white starts the kingside attack. So we might get something similar to the last game where white's just looking to attack. Okay, knight c5.
I think we just need to. We want this bishop. That bishop.
Yeah, I like bishop c2 here. Ooh, black spending a lot of time. Okay, g6.
Oh, my plans.
Maybe g3 now. I feel like g3, h4, king g2 is kind of an interesting plan. h5. Bring the rook to h1. Use your extra kingside pawn. Okay, g3, nice. We'll see where black plays.
Where it goes. There.
Yeah, I think h4.
Go here.
Okay, knight e5 is alright too.
Oh.
But now I think, yeah.
Oh, I have again.
Really time
anyway.
to build up.
To go. Here.
Okay, now we have bullet middle game sensei. Ooh, queen h3. Queen h3 is annoying because it doesn't let white play h4. c4. Okay, black could have taken with the rook. Whoa. Whoa, cd5, bold, no threat. No threat. I love it. I really like this move because black, okay, can still trade and take on d5, but still rook e7 at the end.
We need to be careful.
I like that she just took. No fear. Deep fear has no fear.
Okay, anyway.
No fear for deep fear. Now rook e7. I don't think white's worse though. I mean, we're down a pawn, but the pieces are going to be very active. Yeah. Like rook d8, bishop g4.
I'm losing up.
Then knight f6. Okay, like this. But that gives black time, yeah, to chase the rook down. It's not over yet, but here I think black might be getting the extra pawn. Might be holding on to it. That's okay. That's okay. Again, this is just the bullet phase of the game. Mostly played out for fun.
Oh no.
Okay, b4. Gotta go b4. Bishop b3. Fight for counterplay. Nice.
Just have this here just in case.
It's still not super easy, I would say, for black to convert this, but of course, not a lot of time for either player. But white definitely has chances with the bishop. You can bring the king back. And it's only one extra pawn. And the bishop is very strong. Both sides of the board. Okay, rook d3. Rook d3 looks clunky, but all the squares are covered, which is funny. Maybe black should go a5 somewhere. Ooh, f4. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Bishop c2. Okay, yeah, scary. Definitely let's give the check. Definitely give the check. Now I think I'd probably trade. But she's playing this really well on just the increment, like really, really well. White's holding right now. Could have taken on e6, but yeah, it doesn't have to. No, actually that would be really bad, because then black's king would be able... No, I'm glad she didn't.
Okay.
Whoa, that's a pawn. Oh, that was a pawn.
Uh-oh.
Right.
Can I just go here?
Yeah, walk in.
Is it too dangerous?
No. Now white is better.
Probably yes.
Now white's better.
Yes, I can take. I was like thinking checkmate here, but not the bishop is dead.
Now king d6 probably only move. But then bishop f7. Knight e6 check. Oh, now we can take. Okay, that's a pawn.
Uh-oh.
That's a pawn.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Let's see if Alex can convert. You gotta bring the king up. She can't hear me, by the way. She can't hear me. Don't worry, guys. Alright, wait. King g7? Oh
I feel I'm winning here.
King g7.
Pawn.
Why didn't you go... Oh, king g7 was
okay.
the only move.
So I think I just need to go here.
But now this is...
Check.
Ooh. No, should have gone this way. This would have just been... This would have been winning the f-pawn immediately. Right? That would have been... Okay, it's still winning. It's still winning. But I think... Yeah, this would have just been immediately game over. Okay, now might have to win the game again. So
I kind of just want to defend this one.
It's going to be endgame position now. But should be winning for white. You latch on to this one. Okay, she wants to go g4. I don't like g4. I think this is the move right now. Bishop c2 and black would have to play her a5 as well. I think we definitely could have hit this pawn more, but okay, it's going to be
I can just defend it.
Super messy game. Yeah, this was another idea, like a5 and bishop f3. Maybe this one would just be interesting to discuss afterwards. Okay, watch out for this.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute.
Sees it.
Uh-oh. Oh, no!
Oh, no, she's still...
I know.
Brutal. Chess is hard. Chess is hard. Look, guys, it happens. It happens. Now this, and black wins. That's it. It's just GG. Dang. Unlucky. Unlucky. Yeah, you just take. You just take and you walk in. Easy.
Oh, no.
White's never in time because black's king is one tempo faster, and that's all you need in these positions.
I don't think it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, both sides made a lot of mistakes in that endgame. I don't really blame them. They had 5-second increment.
Yeah.
But it was still some interesting endgame positions to discuss. So it's all good. Okay, no worries. GG.
Yeah, GG. Thank you, Chill Rapid, for the games. Thank you.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was good. A lot of interesting moments there. Let's definitely analyze it. But I gotta end the stream on Dojo side because we have another stream that's gonna be starting. But we can just continue on your stream, Alex, and then
Okay.
people can go
Okay.
watch.
Thank you.